I've made a game with checkpoints in it. Firstly, I'll show you how those checkpoints work, then I'll show you how I did that. So I start at the moment, and when I touch the lava, I go right back to my start position. If, however, I get over that tricky bit of lava, this mushroom is a checkpoint, which I have picked up, as it were. Now, if I die to the next tricky bit of lava, I go back to the position of that checkpoint, which I'll continue to do. But if I make it through that bit, that's my next checkpoint achieved. So now, if I die on this bit of lava, I go back to there, and I can have as many checkpoints as I want. So let's have a look at how I did that. So firstly, here's my level, and you can see I've got a checkpoints layer, and that's got those two, well, it's got all of those checkpoint mushrooms just on that checkpoints layer, nothing else. Right, into the code, let's see what we've got. Clearly I need to have my checkpoints in the sprite list, so I've got a checkpoint list which I'm importing from that checkpoints layer. We expect that, and I'm drawing my checkpoint list. We expect that. So we've got those checkpoints, and in here I've got a checkpoints list. A checkpoint check for collision with list. So when the player coincides with anything on the checkpoint list, then our hit list is not empty at that point, so the length of the hit list is greater than 0. So this is the bit where we've actually touched a checkpoint. Great. Now let's start thinking about what we've done in the past. So in the past, we set when we create in the init section, when we create the player sprite, we set it center X and we set it center Y. And what I used to have right here were just values of 500 for the X coordinate and 300 for the Y coordinate. And whenever I died, scroll down to the bit where I collide with the lava, checking for the player colliding with the lava, I used to have it always just set me back to the beginning, 500, 300. But you can see from what I've been highlighting, it's no longer 500, 300. What I've done is I've created two new variables, which I have for the restart position, restart X and restart Y, which have got that 500 for the X, 500 for the Y. So when I start up in the beginning, that's saying self.restart X, self.restart Y, 500, 300, that's normal. When I die to the lava, or however else I choose to die, it uses those values, 500, 300 initially. So when I touch a checkpoint though, what I do is I'm resetting those values, restart X and restart Y. And I'm actually using the player's position at that moment. So whatever the position of the player center X is, I'm setting that to be the new position of the checkpoint where we're going to respawn. Same with the Y. So this will automatically update so that when I do die to the lava, I'm automatically going to respawn in the last position of the last checkpoint that I touched. And one final detail is obviously I want to get rid of the checkpoint once I touch it. So this hit list is all the things that I collided with. It's only ever going to be one thing because of the way I've set up the checkpoints with distance between them. So I'm basically saying the only thing in that list, which is the 0th item in that list of things that I hit, kill it, get rid of that sprite. All right, so that's checkpoints.